Exoprimal is finally live after what seems like forever of seeing it in every single game showcase ever. And it's made by Capcom, who has made some great games this past year alone with the Resident Evil 4 remake and Street Fighter 6. But is Exoprimal worth all the hype that they brought with it? Well, I think Exoprimal has some great things to it, but it also has a good amount of negative. So let's really just discuss all of it. Like and subscribe if you like these type of videos, and let's get into it. The game has been advertised as a PvP and PvE experience, and that's almost everything the game has to offer in terms of gameplay. There is a campaign that has some gameplay in the beginning when you first start out, but that's more so just a tutorial. And so far, I've only progressed the story through PvP and PvE games, as after a game it lets you know if you found some like random chips, and then if you go to like the right side, like the hub area, you'll be able to progress the story, and the story progresses via cutscenes and like audio files. Which honestly, I'm fine with. I don't really want a gameplay-driven story in a game that was advertised as a PvE and PvE shoot-'em game with dinosaurs everywhere. So no gameplay is fine with it. Maybe more gameplay will come with the story later on, but as of now, I haven't had any besides the tutorial. Now, what I care for in this game is PvP and PvE game modes. Now, you can choose which one you want to play, or you can just pick random and have the game decide for you. Picking random gives you more XP as well, so you level up your characters a little bit faster. And really, the game is just 2 teams of 5, and you're just having a race to kill as many dinosaurs as possible. In the PvP game mode, you do encounter the enemy team in the last section of the game, but it's still mostly just a race of killing dinosaurs. I will say, though, when you do fight the enemy team, it is kind of fun. And killing the dinosaurs is also kind of fun, to be honest. Now, I'm not 100% sure on how many different game modes and maps they have, as the only game mode they have is right now called Dino Survival, which I'm pretty sure is just the race to kill all the dinosaurs. I think July 28th, they have a new game mode coming out for free, which should be exciting. But right now, it seems there's like a few different game modes inside of Dino Survival and a couple different maps, but overall, it's still a good time. But I do feel the game could get repetitive a little fast, but it reminds me a little bit of Overwatch because the game has 9 different exosuits total, and all the different exosuits have like different abilities that they have, which reminds me of Overwatch. And then there's 3 sections of exosuits with assault, tank, and support. You know, the classic 3, DPS, support, and tank. The classic 3 in all these types of games. And overall, the PvP and PvE game mode, it's a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun with it. It's definitely advertised as it was. You kill dinosaurs with people and, you know, you have different classes. I'm just afraid it could get a little tedious fast. And now we're at the part of the game where I feel it gets a little sticky, which is outside of the PvP and PvE. Each exosuit has its own cosmetics and leveling up system, and leveling them up unlocks like different modules, which gives them buffs. And each of these buffs are quite strong, and I feel like the long-term health of the game could be negatively affected if these veteran players have all these different buffs on their exosuits, compared to new players when this game eventually goes free to play and they just jump in and like, oh, let me try Exoprimal, or they try it on Game Pass 3 months down the line and they run into some dude that's level 10 with their exosuit and they have all these different module buffs. But maybe that's just me overthinking it. And I do like the idea of modules. I do like the idea of little buffs that you get. Then there's not too many. Each exosuit can have 3 total, and you unlock them by leveling up their exosuit, or you can buy different buffs that can go on any single class. I've bought a buff that gives my character more movement speed when they're low health, and you can upgrade these buffs that are on every single class multiple times with Bitcoins. Sounds way too similar to Bitcoins in my opinion, but Bitcoins you unlock after a game is done, and they seem pretty easy to unlock because you can buy a lot of stuff with them. And besides the modules and buffs, there's a lot of different character customization with each exosuit having their own different skins and all that, and I'm on board with those. That's fine. But where it gets a little shady for me is all the different monetization in the game. This game has so much monetization and TLC for a game that's 70 Canadian dollars, 80 Canadian dollars at that. There's this one pack called the Head Start Pack, which allows you to unlock items faster than everybody else. Hey, this is a quick pause on the recording. I just wanted to say the Head Start Pass actually allows you to have 3 more exosuit characters to play before everybody else, which still is a little OP, but not as bad. Okay, back to the video. The game also has a premium battle pass, which I'm pretty sure it only has cosmetics in it anyways, so it's not really that big of a deal. But I'm not really a fan of battle passes on a game where you have to spend $80 to play. If you're Canadian, I'm pretty sure it's $60 if you're US. But still, premium battle passes, fine if as long as there's no like overpowered stuff and, you know, buffs for your characters. A Head Start Pack, I don't know. Modules, okay. Overall, this is where the game gets like a little sticky, in my opinion. All this different monetization and pay to win options. I'm not a fan of that. I was very lucky to receive a deluxe edition from Capcom to play this game on Twitch. So I have the battle pass, but all this monetization, man, it's just not worth it. I did the math on all the monetization and DLC packs that came with the game on launch, and the DLC packs cost about 70 Canadian dollars, which is $10 less than the base game itself. I don't know how much the deluxe edition costs. I didn't check, but that's a lot of paid DLC for a full-priced game. If you want everything the game has to offer, it's about 150 Canadian dollars. And I didn't even include the $20 soundtrack because the soundtrack doesn't really change the game at all. But minus all those negatives with the cosmetics, the DLCs, all the paid stuff, the battle pass, the gameplay is overall a lot of fun in my, first few hours of playing. I do feel it could get a little repetitive, but we'll see as more time goes on. I do plan on playing a lot more. I won't say a lot more. I could get bored pretty fast, but I plan on playing a lot more, and I personally haven't encountered any issues, and I'm playing on Steam with my PC all on low settings. Their game does have a lot of particles on the screen that kind of pop up here and there with dinosaurs spawning in, all these different abilities going off. It's not as many particles as a game like Overwatch 2. If you watch that game, there's particles everywhere on that screen. But there is a lot of particles, but overall, I haven't had any frame drops, no stutters, nothing like that. The game's been pretty smooth overall, and it's been a good time. If you want to play this game, I would suggest playing it on Xbox Game Pass or Xbox Game Pass with PC. I'm pretty sure it's on both of those. So if you pay like $10 bucks a month for Game Pass, you can play this game for free and see if you like it yourself. That's how I was gonna play it until I got offered a code for Steam, and I was like, might as well. I'd rather play with a mouse and keyboard than a controller anyways. It feels just a little bit better to me. But I suggest Game Pass before going to PC or anything like that, because it's free. Like, I overall like the game. I'm not a big fan of all the monetization that they have. But I am going to be playing it a lot on twitch.tv/Burr. If you want to see some gameplay live, you can come hang out with me. We'll be talking, we'll be chatting, we'll be having a good time. Thanks for watching this quick review on Exoprimal. It's honestly better than I thought it would be. It's definitely some negatives here and there, but I don't think it's as bad as people are making it out to be. Minus the, monetization and the pay-to-win stuff. The gameplay is good, which is surprising. Extra shout out to the people that support me on Patreon, of course. Thank you for allowing me to do this dream job as I try to figure out where to go with this YouTube channel. And if you're going to be playing Exoprimal, or if you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments below. I'll respond when I can. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.